welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. This should be a good one to watch, and it's coming up next.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champions and the champions of the NFC, the Chicago Bears. One game tonight, available in 195 different countries. Wherever you are, thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen's been great first year in the booth with you, partner, and we've seen a lot. Great individual performances, dominating teams, stunning upsets. It all wraps up on the big stage in New Orleans. What are you going to be watching for in this one?
I think such a big factor of this game, Mike, is who handles the changes that come along with playing in the Super Bowl. Every NFL team all year, they want routine. They want consistency. The coaches and players preach that. Well, everything on Super Bowl Sunday, it just feels different. Pre-game feels different. Halftime feels different. The teams that are able to weather those changes the best typically come out and start the fastest and are able to really put themselves in position to call themselves Super Bowl champs.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Tight end motioning left. On second down, Stroud. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
So you take a look at an offensive coordinator's play sheet, Mike, and there's a column on all of those pages that at the end of the day, it's about the players, not the plays. And when things aren't going well, you say, all right, who do I have to get the ball to? Well, this guy is one of them. I mean, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him, whatever they do, the more he touches the ball, the more good things happen.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And in motion, it's Diggs. They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. And he will score. Joe Mixon. Touchdown. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the visitors are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
To say what he's done this year, Mike, is unheard of would be an understatement. I mean, there are quarterbacks who go their entire careers without even making it to the Super Bowl, yet here he is on the verge of potentially winning one in his very first season. He's got a lot of work to do between now and the end of this game to make that happen, but if he's able to lead his team to a victory here today, it would be a perfect storybook ending to an improbable and legendary rookie campaign.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down. And after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice first down catch there by Cole Kmet. And, Mike, I've had a chance to spend some time with him in Nashville these last couple summers and at our TEU event that I run with George Kittle and Travis Kelce. And for a big body, for a guy who's just a large guy, he can really bend, he can run, he can get in and out of his break, and I think that's a big reason why, as he's continued to develop, he's a very good run blocker, but he's really become that dynamic weapon they thought he would be coming out of Notre Dame just a few years ago.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Christian Harris there on the stop. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Ogunze. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Ogunze.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So now this team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Room to run, past the 30.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Off play action. Here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Swift, and he'll get this across midfield. It's brought down following a pickup of 5. Here's 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Here's Swift. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, 7-3 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. Third and long. To throw, it's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
They'll go. It's Swift. And he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown Bears.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end. And they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears are on top. It's now 10-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here's Pierce for the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This team's offense ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. This one complete to Jordan. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Schultz is the motion man. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it's going to bring up a third down. And in motion, it's Diggs. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In motion now, it's Collins. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They'll go right back to Mixon. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he's into the end zone. Take Dell for the score.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 8. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He's got the 1st down, not by a whole lot. Only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs. On the give, it's Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. To throw is Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. On the option, it's Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roschon Johnson.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
They'll try to run for it with Johnson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This one from 49. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 74 yards. It's a touchdown. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he goes up top, looking for Komet. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the...
That one taken in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 1st down, it's Stroud. Pass caught, it's John Mechie. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down. Now Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. Finding room at midfield. A gain there of 11. That's enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And he will have a 1st down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
He'll get this out to his running back. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Stroud to throw. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This from 45 yards away. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the visitors will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that 1st half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. These teams finishing off their final adjustments. We're about ready for the 2nd half of Super Bowl 59. And to bring it your way, we go back to Mike Tirico.
As we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And will bring this to about the 34-yard line. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion. He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Give up the middle with Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here, another run by Swift. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. D.J. Moore, touchdown Bears. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears go up by 3. It's 27-24. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's the Florida Gator, Dameon Pierce. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. Now Mixon. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
That is quickly out to Diggs. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play here in the big game. It's a gain of 34.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
On the option, they give it to Mixon. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. He is in. Dalton Schultz has a touchdown.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Williams now to throw. To the left side, he's got Komet. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. On 3rd down, and this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
automatic first down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Stroud. He's got room to roam. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's Stroud. He's got his man complete to Dell. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Again, it'll be Mixon. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time and take their chances?
John Mechie was the intended target. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Now, Stroud. It is brought in the end zone. Joe Mixon for the touchdown. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's caught left side by Odunze. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down. Throw it again. It's Williams. That's to Odunze again. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's going to be caught. Still going inside the 20. And he will score. Game on. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago. That his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Throwing again, Williams. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. 14 on the pickup. And that will be a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. On the ground, it's Mixon. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got his man. It's Diggs. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
2 minutes to play in Super Bowl 59. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. They'll come up on a second down and 8. In motion now, it's Collins. They'll run with Mixon. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's enough for a first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed him the most.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Joe Mixon. Touchdown. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the visitors tack on one more to their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throwing on second down, Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. A run with Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Williams. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He finds his big tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down. The Bears go ahead and take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Now, 1st and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And this franchise has done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Commissioner Goodell on the podium, making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise. Champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will put a wrap on this year on EA Sports. Thanks to my partner, Greg Olson, for a great first season together in the booth. Until the fall, Mike Tirico, good night from the Super Bowl in New Orleans.